Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. Thanks for coming out. Happy Sunday to all of you. I hope you have a relaxing day today. So I picked this up yesterday in the afternoon. A gentleman had stopped last week. I was messing with the equipment in the yard. I think I was actually doing a video. He was from a utility company, saw all my fine, precious junk. Said, hey, I got a John Deere mower, non-running. I've tried a new starter, battery, and it still won't turn over. So just talking to him, and he said it was a Briggs & Stratton single cylinder. I figured we may have a camshaft compression release issue. So he called. He's about 5 minutes from me. I trailered this thing up. He helped me get it on, said, thanks very much. I says, let me give you some money for it. So I gave him $50 because he gave me one brand new tire, and that must be worth $50 alone. He says, I put one on already. Here's the other one. You got one flat in the front, and I just put air in this, so it's a little soft, so there may be a slow leak in that thing. So let's kind of look this thing over and see what I got for $50. What do you say? Hey. So I guess we can start here. The ID plate's usually on the left side here above the tire. Let's get under here and look. So it is the L100 Alpha, date code 022105. So what's that? February 21st of 05, Moline, Illinois. Product ID number, Golf X-Ray Lima 100 Alpha 170506. Sold and serviced professionally by Southern Equipment and Machinery, North Washington Boulevard, beautiful Sarasota, Florida. I know this company, Southern Equipment. So we'll check gas. He didn't really say how long this thing was sitting. He showed me his new John Deere. So he's not without a mower. He bought himself a new one. 42-inch deck. Little bit of surface rust. I don't see any rust through yet. Okay, 17 horsepower Intek. So you guys got to let me know. I've got a 19 and a 19.5, I think, in riders with the compression release issue. Does that include the 17s? Kind of grungy. Squirrel turd or rat turd. Looks like they've been up in here hanging out and partying. Oh, well, kind of well used. I see a lot of buildup on the air filter. We'll set that there. So it's not the automatic, it's the 5-speeder. Hadn't seen this kind of tread pattern before. Looks aggressive. With a brand new rim. Looks like he tried mounting it, but he didn't get it on all the way. It's still got fresh paint here on this side. Made in China. What's the date code? Probably no date code on this. Tubeless. So what do we got on this side? We got some air duct work that should be tucked in. So it's keeping the cooling air against the block. BG 20249. How much oil do we got? Below the bottom hole. Fuse. It's good. Date code on the battery, January 23. So we're in the 24, almost 25. So 2-year-old battery. Lows. So like I said before, these batteries don't hold up in Florida due to the summertime heat. We got some rusting here. That could be an issue of not a good connection. How's this deck on this side? Got some bubbly paint there, but it's not through the deck. So deck is pretty solid, all things considered. They always seem to peel up in here. I did an L100 a couple years ago. I took off the floor mats from the bottom and repainted everything. This plastic comes off. I taped it here around the console and just used a can of John Deere green. Okay, let's do the old sniffy sniff. Yeah, it's stale. It's staled out. Smelling the cap. So you got your maintenance. Check engine oil before each use. Blah blah blah. The L100 gives you the maintenance kit part number, 42-inch blade number, and the belt number. So I didn't bring a multimeter out, but let's just see if this thing does anything. The whole transaction was about 3 minutes. He had it his rear gate, which faces a side street. I pulled up. We pushed it into the street and then onto the trailer. So I told him if he needed any service on the new machine that he can call me. Okay, let's see. Oh, Clucky. Terribly sorry I stepped on your claws. Just sat down and a bunch of water poured out of the seat on this crack. The foam's filled with water. Okay. Clutch down. Okay, I don't have anything on the starter. Stone dead. What else do we got to look for? Blades not engaged, so that's not a concern. I'm in neutral on the shift. It's got a button on the dash to hold down to cut while going in reverse. It has a knockout in the dash for your hour meter, but this one is lacking the hour meter. For information, contact us at www.johndeere.com. So what am I looking at here? We're looking at a front tire here and maybe the camshaft job with the compression release and another battery. I see some green corrosion on the positive side. Negative side looks just as bad. It's probably got rat urine all over it. The anti-vibration system. Okay. I think this is the engine number. Looks like it. The 31 Frank 7070129 Echo 1. This is probably the engine serial number 041130 Zebra Echo 26934. So I need you guys to look this up. Let me get a rag. Let's see what's stamped here. I know what's stamped. It's the date and the engine number, but they put it up here on a barcode for easy scanning access. Okay, I got a rag. I'm gonna dip it in a little old stale gas so I can get rid of that grease. So not too shabby for 50. I'm not crying. Single cylinder overhead valve. Yeah, what I gave you here is the same. The 31 Frank 707. I already gave you that. So the date code here, because it stops at 9 Echo 1, I'll give you the manufacturer date on the engine. Oh, okay. The engine's got a 2004, it looks like, 11th month, 30th day of 04. So the engine was sitting around a little while because the body was put together in February of 05. This was built the 30th of November 04. So this was on the shelf waiting to be installed. Okay, that's all I can show you without jumping the battery. I have not resurrected that cat 12-volt jumper box and air compressor. I still have to do that. That's something to have handy. It'd become really handy right now. I could jump this thing past the dead battery and we could try starting this, but oh no, I haven't done the job. Anyway, does this thing turn over? By hand. It's got a lot of compression, but I'm slowly overcoming it. There we go. Just a puff of air there. So yeah, I see more rat turds up in here. So I gotta spray this thing down with some degreaser. I don't want to be working in rat turd and rat urine conditions. You know what I mean? Because if that's the case, I'm throwing in the towel. So let me know what you think for 50 bucks. He probably got money back for one of those tires. Comment below or email me, Tommy.time@Yahoo. Tell me if 50 was too much. Like I said, we're going to be into it for a battery, front tire, and the engine teardown for the camshaft compression release deal. Those aren't very expensive. It's just a pain in the ass. removing the engine, taking the bottom half down, putting the new camshaft in, reinstalling everything. It's going to be a summer not a summer project, a winter project here, because I think this will be the third one I got to do. So I got to teach myself. And I'll probably do 3 in a row while it's still fresh in my little brain. And then maybe go back into weed eaters or 2-cycle junk. Here comes the mailman. He's got a couple of packages for me. Anyway, appreciate you guys checking out this junk. You can't see much there with the sun. Hey, I match Clucky in the rims and the seat. Tommy period time at Yahoo. If you have any concerns, complaints, or request, email me. Adios, amigos. Tip your waitress and waitstaff.